What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In the last couple of videos where I went out and ran this car, I've been doing a lot of braking, a lot of crashing. I've been breaking these 3D printed shock tower extensions a lot. I talked about printing some out of nylon. Well, I tried the nylon and it warped a lot. I'm not really happy with the print, and I just want to get something built that's a little better than that. So I decided I'm going to try my hand at making some out of carbon fiber. I went into Fusion 360 and modeled them up. I'm actually doing two small ones, one on each side instead of a full length one. I printed out some templates to go ahead and cut them out of carbon fiber. So I'm gonna head outside, cut these things out, and we'll be back once I got everything cut out. So we're jumping a little ahead here. I got a bunch of the pieces cut out of carbon fiber, just rough cut. I used the Dremel to cut them out. You can see I got a little jig here made. What I did was took a piece of 2x6 and drilled a hole in it to fit the Dremel in. And after it was in, I widened the top a little bit so I could still get the wrench in there to change out the different accessories. It's basically like just a little mini spindle sander that I made. It'll help me take the parts and get nice and close up to the line so I can sand all the way up to my line and make them all the same. After that, we'll go through, drill all the holes, and then we'll put it together. One more note before I begin. I've talked about it before, but with this carbon fiber, it's really important to keep safety in mind. I have a pair of safety glasses here, as well as a respirator that I'm wearing. This dust is pretty nasty stuff, and I don't want to be breathing it in at all. So to get these small cutouts here that are going to fit against the original shock tower, the sanding drum's a little too big. I got a small end mill bit in here now, and I'm gonna go in and carefully just get really close to that line and cut out that profile there. Realized pretty quickly that end mill bit wasn't working like I liked, but I did find these smaller sanding drums. It should be just about the right radius to fit in there perfectly, so I'm gonna try that out now. So that worked out really well. I think the best way to get them all even now though is to go ahead and drill the holes in everything. That way I can put them together and sand them together. Make them all the same profile, and then we'll fit them against the shock tower and make sure they fit snugly there. So I got all the parts filed down to what should be their final shape now, and I came up here, I got the shocks taken off. I want to test fit them now and make sure everything's going to work right. You can see hopefully that they saddle into the shock tower nicely. I'm going to take some extra screws here and just run them together to hold the parts together and then mount them up in the car. Make sure they fit nice. Yeah. So you can see they fit up here pretty well now. I need to do a little more sanding on the inside right there so they fit up against the shock tower a little better, but I'm liking how that fits. I also want to drill one more hole right here and right here to run a screw to hold all three plates together at all times. Make it a little stronger. I also cut out a whole nother set. The set that's on here now will be for the front shocks, the shorter ones that I use. This set will be for the rear shocks. That way I can try out both sets, see which one works better, while also keeping that straight up and down vertical shock action. I'm gonna mount these up there right quick just to test them out. I'll go finish off sanding these sides, drill the holes in them, and we'll be back to install them, finish it off. So I got all the pieces nice and smooth now. I got all the holes drilled, finished off, countersunk this hole here. What I'm gonna do now is put all of the pieces together with two screws. This one here will be the actual shock post where the shock will mount normally. But just for now, we're gonna put it together with a screw. And then this one here will be the countersunk screw that'll stay in here and hold all of the plates together. So with those nice and snug now, to finish this off, I'm going to use a little bit of CA glue on the edges just to seal the edges so they don't fray or crack or anything like that. So now that that's done, we'll let the CA glue dry and then we'll be able to get them installed. Alright, so now we got it all back together. I put the shorter front shocks back on. I had those set up originally, so I want to go back and use those first. I do have the other extensions to use the longer shocks that I can try out if I want. But I'm really happy with this now. I'll try to get some close-up shots for it so you can see how they look. They're not perfect, but I like the way they came out. They're handmade. I didn't go out and buy anything, so something I can be proud of. I seen there's some available from, I believe, One Up Racing. They're aluminum, I believe, and one piece. They would have been nice. I could have used those, but this way I got to make something myself. They're made out of carbon. They don't look bad, and like I said, I got to have fun making them. I'm excited to see how they work out now. Before I go back out and test, I got a couple more things to fix. In the last video, I mentioned the diff drive cups. I got some new ones on order. They should be in the next couple of days, so I'll change that out. I got a few comments about maybe running an unlocked diff with some very heavyweight oil. May try that. I'm not exactly sure yet. And then the last thing is I need to find a new location to run to 132 feet. When I was looking over that slow-mo footage in the last video, and a lot of you pointed it out as well, those expansion joints in the concrete being 1/8 to 1/4 inch wide really messed with the car. You could actually see the whole car coming off the ground, and I'm pretty sure that was the main reason why the car was dancing around all over the place on the top end. But I'll look for a couple more spots. We'll try it out and see how it all works out. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed another little build video, I guess. Little video showing how I make some parts. Let me know how you think they came out in the comments below. Make sure to leave a like on the video if it helped you out or if you enjoyed it at all. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more RC videos. And also, I recently launched a Patreon page. I'm still learning it, trying to figure out what I can do content-wise to provide to you. But if you want to help out the channel, make sure to jump over to my Patreon page. I have a link in the description, and you can interact with me there. I'd like to get more feedback from you guys. Stuff like video ideas you want to see, how you think I'm doing on the videos, maybe Patreon Q&As, and even shout outs in my videos to my patrons. So like I said, links in the description. If you're interested in that, want to support the channel and help me out a little, check that out. But anyway, as always, thanks again for watching. Peace.